Paragon. You might know it from the Path for Noob series or the breakdowns I do for certain characters that this game comes out with. But why do it today? What's the special occasion? Well, on August 16, Paragon is going to be free to play for PlayStation 4 and PC. I'm here to do one thing and one thing only. To let you know if this game is worth it or not. Now I know what you're wondering. How can you do something for a game that's free to play? Well, I'm here to tell you if the game is worth the time investment or not. This is Larcenies. I'm here to review Paragon. Now just because the game is free to play, you can use real money to get certain things like EXP bonuses, master skins, or the new skin system that they have for certain characters. Now these new skin colors are unique to certain characters and you can't get anywhere else. Or you can be patient enough and see if Paragon can give you some coins, because believe it or not, Paragon's a pretty generous game that's going to be free. Now you can use in-game currency to get the master skins, but these unique skins I'm about to show you right now, you can't really get without purchasing. Now some of them you look really unique for certain characters. These are characters you may or may not want to main, but they just really highlight certain characters and just look really badass, honestly. Or if you want, you can be patient enough and see if Paragon give you some coins for skins that you may want. But once you reach level 10 for a certain character, you get these unique master skins. These are really badass looking skins for every character. That's right, all 20 characters at the moment have these master skins, and all you have to do is reach level 10 with whatever character you want and you get these master skins to play with. These are really unique and they just show really badass. At the current moment with the roster, there are 20 characters in Paragon, and there's still more coming out, and they're all free to play. There's none that you have to purchase. There's no paywall. The most you have to do is level up at certain times to get certain characters, but they're all playable at the start of the game. The hook of the game is that you get in-game currency to purchase cards. Now these cards are purchasable through the store, and you can get a 5-pack or a random card pack depending on your choice of what type you want. But these are all RNG based. Keep that in mind. You have no control what card you can get. You could just change your luck a little bit, but there's no good luck or bad luck. You might get a double here and there, or you might not. Now these cards do drastically change the characters. They can make them into a speed demon, a tank, a paper cannon. This is all your choices depending on the cards you have available to you. Now at the beginning of the game, you won't have that many cards available to you, but as you keep playing, these cards will drastically change the characters more and more. Now unfortunately, Paragon doesn't have that many choices and options, as it just has PvP, co-op versus AI, and solo versus AI. These are all variable. PvP is locked out until you hit a certain level, so just keep that in mind. So you'll be fighting the computer most of the time. But don't just be mad because you're fighting the computer, because the computer will actually give you a fight. Now when you play the game, you pick your character. Now depending on the slot of where you are, depends on your rotation. So if you're first, you get first dibs. If you're last, unfortunately you get the scraps. Now this is a negative, because if you're only used to playing one character at the moment, for new people, then you're kind of locked out for it. So if you want to play with Greystones, Sparrow, Steel, all these characters, whoever you want to choose, and someone picks it before you, then you have no other choice but to play someone new. Now granted, this does give you an option to play with new characters, but unfortunately at the worst time possible, as you play II or if you play against people actually. And honestly, this gives the players that actually counteract who you're picking. So if you're picking Greystone, they'll pick someone who counteracts it, or maybe a build that they have to go against it. When you play Paragon, you get one map and one map only. Now granted, this map will change slightly, as certain things that will be in the left will be in the right now, and some things on the right will be in the left. That's the slight differences that the map will have, but it gives you a feel to learn the map after like 2 or 3 games. You'll start to master it, and you'll know your way in and out. Now like I said, there'll be slight detours, maybe some routes change, but all in all, it'll be the same map. Now when you play a character, depending on your role, you'll be either close range or long range, shooting or swinging, and using your abilities to play the game. Now this is the fun and slow part of the game. Well, not always, because not every time you're going to be fighting people. Sometimes you're going to be fighting minions and trying to level up your character and get to your abilities. And once in a blue moon, you will bump into an actual person and fight them or run away, depending on the choices and the field advantage that they have. One thing I have to say about Paragon is it's a team-based game. Yeah, that's right guys, it's a team-based game. You can't go here solo playing by yourself. Granted, you don't need friends to play this game. You can play with random people and get the job done. But to get a really good team, you need to play with friends or communicate somehow. Because trying to go Rambo, you're going to die and fail. No matter how good you are, you could be having 100 kills and 0 deaths. You could still lose the game depending on the team. Now this is a good and bad about Paragon, because certain matchmaking can be an advantage or disadvantage depending on how everything goes. So depending if your team is weak or not, you might be killing them or getting killed. Now this is the advantage and disadvantage that Paragon has. That when you play the game, sometimes you get to feel like you're the top of the world, and sometimes you get to feel like you're just the scum of the earth. Because some matches you're gonna feel like you're destroying them, going 20-0, 30-0, 40-0, and then there's some matches that you just gotta be struggling for that one kill, so that way you don't just be a punching bag for these enemies. You want to make sure you have that time for Paragon, because some games can last you 20 minutes and some can last you an hour or even more. So you want to make sure that you don't leave your friends or your party, because leaving can actually cause you to not be able to play Paragon for a few days, or may not play Paragon at all if they report you or not. Now for the final verdict. Is this game worth the time investment even though it's free to play? And I believe it is. If you guys are looking for a free game or a new MOBA to play, Paragon's a great MOBA and it's a great game to play. It's entertaining, it's time consuming, and they have a good variety of characters. Each one playing more different than the next. And even though the game is in beta still, and the game is going to always change, the game is always updating. That's a good thing as well. The game always updates and it always changes cards and changes characters, either upgrading them or nerfing them depending on how they feel. And that may be a good thing or a bad thing depending on who you like or who you don't like. But guys, I really hope this review shines some light into Paragon. It's free to play on August 16th. And you can play. It's a lot more fun with playing with friends. So try to get your friends to join you in this Paragon experience. If you enjoyed what you see, hit that like button. Subscribe to see more reviews, breakdowns, and let's plays that I do. Don't forget to show your friends just in case they'll be curious about playing Paragon. And don't forget, if you get Paragon, maybe you want to join me in my Path to Noob series. But until then guys, I hope to see you next time.